wanted to be. Share
yourself where you want to be.
Well,
I'll squeeze in.
No, I mean, I didn't want my bedroom, but sure.
And you're on the opposite side of yourself. Like, do you see that? Like,
that's okay. Is that okay with you?
Oh, you're already live.
Oh, I am. Hi, everyone. First live. This is crazy. This is Sam.
You gotta wait and see if people come in first.
Well,
yeah, it kind of helps.
Okay. I don't know.
So I just wonder, like, how to have the share button right there.
What's the share?
Well, if you want to share it to your followers, I would assume. I don't know. I know nothing about going live on YouTube. I only know about going live on TikTok and Facebook. Why does it say upcoming?
I don't know. Let me see if I'm actually recording right now.
Well, it says that we are. I mean, the timer is running, but...
Oh, that's your phone. Save me. This is so bizarre. I don't know.
Maybe I have to look it up. Let me try.
See if you can find me. Let's go.
No, it's saying that you're live right now. No, it's saying that you're live right now.
Oh, cool.
No, it's saying that you're live right now. And because I click it.
Can I kill it and then go back in?
What do you mean?
Like kill this live and then go back in and start recording for them where they are.
You could do what you want. You can do anything.
I don't know what this is. Or does it? Oh, wait. Someone's here. Who's this? Is that you? That's probably
Maybe that
you.
was probably when I popped in and I closed my app, so it should show that I popped out. Yep.
And how do you have it hooked up that way? Or what are you doing with this?
Well, I was gonna go. I was waiting to make sure yours worked first before
we
went live. So
this is so much fun. Totally out. Go. Remember, you can guard your privacy. So I guess this is where I chat. You should have sent me something.
Oh.
I don't know. Invite Lena in, and then she can discuss her dream. This is sort of cool to be doing this on my computer.
Yeah.
In my bedroom, but it's not the place I really wanted people to see my bedroom. I mean, I would have made my bed, but. See, I don't know how.
That's Twitter.
See, they don't even have. Do they have TikTok? Am I not seeing TikTok?
You probably don't have TikTok set up on your computer. That's
why. I guess that would have helped, huh?
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Should I share it with Facebook?
I mean, can you get on Facebook?
I'm not even logged in.
All right, let's see what happens. I'm going live over here, trying to see if I can get people to come this way. So stay live. Hi, Banner. Hi, Banner.
Well, at least when you go live on your thing, at least
Hello, welcome in. How's it going? Well, hello, Janet. Hi, Gwen. So, oh, I was just fell over. That was bad. So we're over here live on Rachel's YouTube, and we're just trying to see if we can get, like, we're trying to make sure we're connected. Everyone can do their thing. We're having some technical difficulties. So we're like live in two places. There's Rachel. We're live in two places, but we're trying to get over to YouTube. So if anyone's available,
to go to YouTube to help us test it out, that would be amazing.
yeah. So, but you can stay here too. You can do both, whatever. But it's RC77 Oracle is on YouTube for Rachel. Because we're just trying to have a discussion, get people to, talk about their things, dreams.
We
gifts,
did have
whatever.
we did have a question submitted.
Yeah. So we're like, and it's weird because on her computer it's backwards to me, and it's messy with my OCD.
So what does that do? What's a pop-out dashboard? What is that?
I don't know.
I don't know either.
Hi, Sandy. I messaged you back like a couple weeks ago. What's up, Erica? Oh my gosh, it's the whole family. Janet, Sandy, and Erica. Oh my gosh.
They had a safe drive, I take it.
Yeah, you guys made it. Kids good. They're just relaxing. Because I'm assuming they go back to school tomorrow. Sandy's at your house. Oh my gosh, it probably sounds insane. Three devices with me on it.
Well, someone's here. I don't know who this is.
Oh, someone came in. Say hello.
How? Oh, I can.
Not,
hello. Oh, yeah.
No, you.
Oh, hi,
Look,
Gwen.
it's Gwen. You don't need to type. You do not need to type. You are live.
Oh.
You don't need to type.
Gwen, thank you for being my guinea pig. I appreciate it. This is the first time I've ever done this.
Well, I have to say I would want to open up gifts at 3 a.m. too if I was a kid. But did you let them or did you tell them to sleep first? What's up, Ems?
Hey, Gwen, do you have a spiritual question you would like me and Sam to, it's a chat. That's the whole purpose of this.
Yeah, we're just having a discussion day. I came live over on TikTok to try to get people to go over to the YouTube so we can get this recorded for others. Right, you open up your gift, now go to bed.
This is so fascinating.
Yeah, look at you go live. Now, the next thing is getting you a bunch of followers on TikTok so then you can go live over there too.
Oh my gosh, I'd be so afraid to go on TikTok.
Why?
Because it's scary.
I mean, I was scared once too. I was oh my god, I was a hot, sweaty mess. Oh my god, Gwen and Ems, they were both with me from the beginning. They've seen it. I was a mess. I was fumbling over my words, sweating, barely looking at the screen, and like everyone in the chat's like, look up. And I'm like, I'm trying.
Well, I do appreciate this because, part of the discussion is coming out of the shadows. And this is me coming out of the shadows is
It is.
it's,
Right. Gwen says at the same time you're live now. So
and we want more people to come out of the shadows. They, don't hide, because it's a whole collective community. We're here to benefit and help each other and encourage each other, and it's quite awesome. So apparently I need to also, I could invite people on TikTok, but I need to get it set up on my computer.
I want to put, okay, so I'm going to put Rachel's, oh my God, my shoulder. Rachel's YouTube in the chat so that way you guys can come over there for a discussion. We're going to do spiritual discussion.
It is hard to come out of the shadows. I think one of my biggest out of the shadows, Gwen, was when I got onto YouTube in 2023. That was scary. That was really scary.
Welcome in, everybody. See that comment right there, Raimi? Come on over. I'm here for support.
And he's learning because he's going to be doing this on his own YouTube
Yeah, because
channel.
I have enough YouTube people to do that. I would like to do it on one on each device. That's my goal for this year is to do 2 devices, 1 live. That's my goal.
Well, that's why I want to get the 1,000 people on TikTok is for the people that are on TikTok.
Mm-hmm.
It gives them, because I was like, if I get enough followers on each platform that I'm on, that means I will commit to once a month for or YouTube, once a month for TikTok.
Oh, there you go.
So it gives more people opportunity.
Thanks, Ems.
So the ones that can't find me at Tea and Tarot, they have another outlet they can go to.
And we also need to get you over on the Book of Faces.
What's the Book of Faces? Oh, Facebook?
Yeah.
Hey, I've already been. I announced.
I know, but we need to get the RC77 Oracle page. You know how I have
yes.
I have my group and then I have my page. Like you should start with a group, I think. Because I did that. I started with a group. And then we moved over to a business page.
Hi, Emily. Yeah, we did. I did write that down in November.
All right, then.
So I'll get there.
Yeah, and then you just promote yourself, your TikTok there, and then,
It's crazy.
Come on, friends. So, Ems, do you have any spiritual things, any dreams that have been happening lately that you would like to discuss with the rest of the class?
Has Emily been having dreams?
Emily? I don't know.
We were just discussing, a friend on TikTok stream.
What are they ganging up on you for, Janet? Hey, Sammy, how are you? If you... This is where I currently am. Come over here.
Oh, my life's a cluster per usual.
But has anything spiritually been happening?
I don't know. I think more people will be open up
Is Frank still around?
If we went to the question that was sent to my email.
Very true.
And started that discussion. Thoughts? Yeah.
A panic passenger. Oh my gosh, I forgot to eat.
Apparently Frank isn't.
Oh, okay, good. Frank was like this like spirit that was trying to latch on to Emily a couple of years ago. He was a real downer. I kept telling her, to
Well,
leave them
that's
alone.
perfect for this question because the email question I got, everyone, is it possible for things to attach to you and follow you into your home?
Right, and you can pick up anything anywhere. Energy transfer is real,
Absolutely.
you know, and whether it's a spirit or just someone else's energy, their shit, you're gonna, you know, you'll bring it. But the question is, what do you do with it? You know?
Well, I know I was discussing with you. Um, I went to a certain museum in Las Vegas and it felt like I was getting stomach punched in every room that we were going in, around every object. And that night, I felt whatever I picked up from that museum in my hotel room. And yes, I slept with the lights on in my 40s. Yes, I was scared crapless. And so things do follow. But I think it's a good question because I wasn't aware. I wasn't like, there's really, it wasn't, I mean, the people that I could discuss it with, I think we were uneducated, knowing how to protect ourselves, send the spirits away, etc.
Hmm. Well, I didn't know about that stuff for a long time either. But see, I also feel like that goes with um like thoughts being manifested, things being manifested, um like my brother-in-law. Okay. He he is a collector of like horror movie stuff.
Okay.
So like his whole basement is just like all the things that he collects. And I'm always like, dude, how can you live in that?
Yeah.
Like, how can you just wake up and see that all the time? Like,
Yeah.
that's like, I just could not do that. Like, no, dude, I don't want to wake up to like rainbows and fluffy clouds and all that either. But I'm just saying, like, you start having like that negative mindset, you can manifest even that
Yeah.
kind of energy. So it's like you gotta figure out.
There's so many factors that can play into it.
Oh yeah.
It's the items that are in your personal space. It's not protecting yourself and clearing your space and energy. Um, it's also whatever you're vibrating at. If you're going through like some dark depression and stuff,
Mhm.
you're inviting more of that crap in, I
Oh
feel.
yeah. And they all say you're like, if you're in that negativity down, going through grief or whatever, you're a perfect candidate for things
Yeah.
to attach to.
Yeah.
Gwen says anything anywhere I protect heavy at work. Right, because you work in a hospital. Hey Sammy. Just being around negative people too is super draining. Yes.
Yes.
Yes. Negative people is like that's like basically like just uh like pulling a plug and just letting all your energy just pour.
Mhm.
Like so like I'm not the best at it, so I try to do other things to make up for it. But the best thing to do is like cleanse your energy when you come home at night. Um I'm
So
not
so what do you do to cleanse your energy when you come home at night?
if I was like consistent, it would be using my Palo Santo and like using the smoke, going head to toe. And I like there's certain things that I say, like I'll say over and over again, like 3 times, I cleanse myself of any energy that's attached to me that is not mine. I release
Okay.
it to the universe. And then after I cleanse my energy, then I'll call back my energy from anywhere, and
Okay.
anyone. And then I give back energy that I picked up whether on purpose or not on purpose, and I send that back out. So I do all that. I do those three things 3 times each. I don't know if that's like my OCD of
You're
all
Jack
that, but-
Nichols, and like as good as it gets, and he's burning his hands from having the soap.
So, but I'll do that. But like, because I know that I'm not consistent, like under the 2 front seats of my car, I have huge sticks of selenite that help cleanse and recharge me. Then I have like my crystals and all that, like, so I do that. Or when I shower in the morning, I picture any energy that isn't mine, I give it a color and I let it just wash down the drain. But I also put myself in a protective bubble every day too, and I push it out and do my best to keep from picking up things, but we can't.
It's
keep
not
ourselves
100%.
from. No,
Yeah.
because you touch a doorknob, you touch, anything.
Hi, Janet. Welcome to YouTube.
So I'm just reading what Erica said about her mother. Dropping pickles and lettuce, huh? That's why you shouldn't eat in the car. Just-
So I guess the next discussion is, if it's in your house, what do you do to get rid of it?
Mm.
Or it follows you? Because I mean, I do the basic, I command it out.
Mhm.
And then, but if someone is going through a depression or a dark time in their life, or
Sometimes you don't even have to be going through a dark time.
I know.
In your life. I know you know that. I'm saying that for everybody else.
yeah, things show up.
Yeah, but it's the same thing.
It's less.
Like I cleanse my room because my backpack goes places, my clothes goes places, my shoes are everywhere. So my personal room space, I cleanse with the smoke. And I'll start at my desk, cleanse there, and go all the way out to the door, around the door, come back, have the window cracked, and be like,
Yeah.
Command it out. You don't belong here.
I scream at it, everybody. I usually, if it depending on what it is.
I don't feel the need to be harsh unless it doesn't leave. Then we have to have it, then we have to have it out. I have to start getting mean, put my foot down. But usually, if you ask nicely, for the most part, they'll go.
Yeah.
But,
Making me think Frank is going to show back up because of everything going on.
Well, if you see, Gwen uses sage. You can use sage. You could use Palo Santo. You could use
Crystals.
You could use Fleur water.
You can use salt.
Yep, salt. There's also black salt is for protection. I've never used it personally, but I've heard about it.
I've heard about it too, but I have never used it.
But what I want to say about you thinking about Frank coming back is, if you think about him, you'll manifest him. So be careful with that.
Mm-hmm. I also play uplifting music, like Christmas music to me, especially Lindsey Sterling. It changes the vibe of my house. Or put on music that gets me singing and dancing around.
Yeah, I have like a high vibe playlist.
I know he brought it up, him. Just smacks him.
Why? I did.
You actually did.
I know I brought it up because I was asking a question, because it opened up the conversation. Yeah. So I can't help it that you tell me things. Hey everyone over here on TikTok. Hi, how you doing? I'm over on YouTube. I'm being here, being supportive. I'm right here. Come on over. We're having discussions about all spiritual things. Come ask a question. Maybe we can help.
It could be anything.
Yeah.
It could be about dreams, how to do some different practice mediumship abilities, what to do to practice to get those going again.
Yeah.
Reiki, energy movement.
I mean, and pretty much like if you were to like learn Reiki, you would see that the majority of us have done it our whole lives, you know, especially any of us that have like just cleared out energy, anything like that. It's a part of it, you know. There's the opening and then there's the closing, you know, like you open yourself up to cleanse everything out and then you close it back up once you're done. So that way you don't leave yourself exposed or ungrounded. You know, Reiki is a good thing.
There's also, you know what I was thinking,
Mm.
which is very interesting because this is something it never crossed my thought, is angels. Talking with as part of protection is calling on certain angels
Hmm.
to come through.
Oh yeah, you can totally do that.
Yeah. I
Yeah.
don't think a lot of people are aware of that. Because I think it was last year, or maybe it was within the last year, is I was having my phantom knee pain and crap like that. But I fell asleep and I saw like my whole when I sleep, it's like a film is rolling in my head. But I was seeing a big pit and something was picking up the trees and chucking them down.
Mm.
So I was seeing like whole trees with like the roots and everything going down into this black hole, but then it was like a green haze that was like going over parts of my body and then plucking up stuff, dropping it down the hole.
Hmm.
So I discussed it with a friend and they're like, "Oh, it's probably Archangel Raphael. Raphael, is it Raphael who's the healer?"
Hmm.
I was like, "Huh."
He's one of the healers, like he's the
Yeah.
main one.
So it never dawned on me.
Yeah, and the color green is very, you know, there's so many things that just have meaning to it. Like everything has meaning, but there's just like an extensive meaning, I guess
Yeah.
is what I'm trying to say. A deeper meaning. You know, so that's why like so I was at this birthday party a few weeks ago and there was this guy there and he had these glasses and you put these headphones in and it plays like this frequency and this light goes off and you like lay there with your eyes closed and he was just doing like 15-minute sessions and it's kind of like I have to be careful with my words, so kind of like going on a magic trip without the special ingredients. So Um, so I was like, okay, I'm down to try because, you know, sure, I love to learn things, I love to experience it. Let's see. So I'm in this like meditative state, but I kept like kind of coming out of it because I would feel myself start to snore. And because of my sleep apnea, like I instantly like I'll just pop up. But it was interesting because I was in this meditative state, and the two things that I remember seeing very clearly with my mind's eye was the number 1106, and then right at the end before it shut off, which I didn't know it was going to shut off, but right before it shut off, then I seen a cross, and I'm like, okay, so I'm like trying to figure out what that means, you know, and like those of you that have known me for a while, you know, Jesus is my homie, you know, spiritual or not, like he is a master, ascendant master, so you know, he is someone that I work with. So I'm like, that was my first thought. And then I looked up 1106 and it was like all talking about your spiritual path and being with your angels. And it was just like how it all fell together was really cool. And I'm like, huh, you know, but I'd like to try it again, but a longer session just to see. And I also feel like for people like me that have sleep apnea, um, that the machine is not loud that you use to sleep with, but I feel like I could have a better experience if I was to have like my mask on where I could let my body relax and get into that meditative state, you know, without popping in and out of it and
Yeah.
being like disrupting it. Hmm. I might have to make that a thing.
You can make it happen.
Yeah. Yeah. Like sleep apnea meditation. Bring your own machine.
I wish it would work for me, but that's okay.
No, it wouldn't be for everybody, just, certain people. Because that's one of my things with meditating. Like, that's why I do walking meditation because I have trouble sitting still because of that fact of falling asleep.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that works better for me. What kind of meditation do you guys do?
Anybody? Anybody?
Or do you like some people just don't even know that like, just doing the dishes and kind of like wandering off is meditating?
Well, I didn't realize cleaning when I started my business
Mhm.
in 2016, 17. I didn't realize I just liked cleaning, but I didn't realize that I lose myself. Like I just go into like
When I drive, I like that. I
long
get in
drives.
that. Yeah.
It's not like a trance, but it's a very calming state.
Mhm. It is because it just if you're not if you're not driving the streets of Utah, it's a very calming
It actually, when
experience.
I drive on the freeway on the days that I have to go up to Alpine, Utah, because that's like a half an hour to 45-minute drive, depending on the traffic.
Mhm.
I just start the music and I'm just like,
Yeah.
I'm like, oh wow, I already passed Draper. Oh, I'm at the point of the mountain. Oh, it's just like I see what's in front of me, but it's not like everything's registering like,
Right.
hey, I'm in heavy traffic.
Right. It's kind of like tunnel vision.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like you're aware, but it's like tunnel vision.
And then crap
thing.
comes through from spirit. But
Yeah.
that. I'm like,
So
okay,
Emily, hers is cleaning lately too.
I love that. Do you play music and dance around, Emily? Or have you noticed like a certain type of cleaning really just zones you out?
And
Whether it's vacuuming.
do you listen to music or do you like, do it kind of silently? I go back and forth when I clean. Sometimes I play music, sometimes it's just dead silence. It's weird for me.
I can't do dead silence because I hear everything. Not so much dancing now. What about singing with the music?
Probably depending on what song.
One thing that I noticed when I am cleaning is if the music changes and it stays on a certain genre, then I know it's an indication to me. Started like ding, 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 ding in my head. It's like, oh, I have lower vibrations in this part of the house that I'm cleaning.
Hmm. So wait, say that one more time.
So, okay, so on my phone is loaded with 80s music. And then, of course, I have my Sirius satellite radio that I can switch to too, and Pandora. But my phone, as I'm cleaning, will switch stations or apps on itself while it's in my pocket.
Mhm.
And I have noticed over the last year and a half that when it switches and it just starts just playing Christmas music,
Hmm.
I'm in lower vibrations.
Hmm.
Like there's something going on in the area that I'm cleaning.
That's interesting.
Hi, Lena.
Wait, I figured out how to get my own or on here over here. I mean, I was trying to be entertaining over here. It's just like, hold on, Naki. I gotta mess with the YouTube for a minute.
But no, I have noticed that.
Hmm.
And I noticed it, especially with clients that have their animals at home, their dogs
Mhm.
or dog, is I watch the behavior of the dogs or their animals. Like if they're following me from room to room, but they're blocking like the exit of the room,
Mhm.
then I know that it's more of a productive state.
Hmm. That's interesting.
Because I have clients that I have out of my 13 residentials, 7 of them have dogs.
Mm.
And so I'll switch on, um, sometimes I'll just randomly put on the Christmas music and I'll take it off the Bluetooth and just play it out loud. If spiritual stuff starts showing up on this feed,
Oh, okay.
I'll know not to. Um, then I know something's in the house.
Mm.
It's an indication to me. Because it's like it's almost like, well, you being a cat owner, me being a cat owner, is when your animals start acting differently,
Oh yeah.
you know something's there.
Yeah. Well, first, I run down a list of things. What's the energy of the earth doing right now? What's the moon doing right
Yeah.
now? And then
I do
we'll
too.
like run down the things like
Because your cat's crazy when it's a full moon
I
and a
told
new moon.
you.
And I'm like, I don't, okay, my cats don't have the zoomies.
Yeah.
Never had the zoomies.
Yeah, he acts like he's done like ate a bunch of sugar or something. I don't even know. Then I have to like calm down. Like here's some
Yeah.
treats, some special treats. Yeah. And then he's fine. So I used to house sit for my friend Barb and Eric, and I would do my work there. I would go live on TikTok over there, but I would take their dining room table area and I would cleanse a whole square, because it was kind of an open
Yeah.
concept. So I would do like this whole square and I would cleanse it and I would just say to her house, like, I am not taking this space, I am just borrowing it. So therefore, I'm just cleaning their
This
energy, your
particular.
energy. And as soon as I am done, you can have it all back. Very respectful, and her house would be really good. But I also know like her passed over daughter would hang out there.
Yeah.
So I would have a talk with Jamie, and I would always ask her like, do you think we should clean out the heavy energy of the house, because I feel it,
Yeah.
the morning energy, and so together me and Jamie would go and cleanse from the top all the way down,
Awesome.
throughout the house, and I felt like it was okay to do that because she was there, you know so we would just like try to do all that, especially like their bedroom, their sleeping area, because like Eric was in a motorcycle accident, and so he had some brain injury, and then Barb going through her stuff, and then just the loss of Jamie in 2019. Like it was just like everything. So the house would feel so much better. Like the dog, the dog was awesome. But he just went with the flow of things. He was older before he passed away. So he really didn't not much bothered him. But like even when I did the cleansing, he was cool. He would just stay on the couch. But there would be times where, he would see stuff and I'd be like, okay, what's going on? Like, but sometimes, I don't know, it was really cool just that experience of like cleansing a whole house with a passed over loved one. That was very like special.
So this is probably a question, and I'm going to share it because I get it at the Conjuring Tree. Um, when do you feel it is necessary to cleanse? And also, um, should you be cleansing your spiritual tools? So, like your oracle cards,
Hmm.
your tarot cards.
Oh yeah, I feel like all the time. Anytime they come out of the house, you like your tools. Anytime they come out of the house, and after you've used them, because you know when you're focusing in on a particular person, you're pulling in their energy, you're putting their energy into your tools. So like there's certain tools of mine that don't necessarily need to be cleansed, but I do it anyways. Like my copper pendulum. Copper cleanses and charges itself. There's nothing for you to do, but I will use Palo Santo smoke and
To
just let it
cleanse.
hover above it. And when the smoke deters from it, then I know, like, okay, it did need that, you know. Um, so that's one thing. And then there's so many different ways that they say that you can charge and cleanse all your tools. You could use the moon,
Mhm.
um,
Crystals.
crystals, but even crystals need their own cleansing, their own um, charging. So, like they say, which there's no way in the world that me or a lot of people could put every single one of their crystals out in a full moon. Like, maybe if I had a place with a yard, I would do that, but it would still be a lot of work to do so. Um, I thought there was a message. It was not. Again, sage, Palo Santo, any sort of, well, not any sort of smoke, but Palo Santo, or no, sweetgrass is great for bringing in higher energy, inviting that in. Um, Gwen says her dog lets her know. Yeah, your dog does let you know. I remember that because it's when your sister shows up in your dining room, her dog like goes to one particular corner.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
That's
but we're
cool.
still not sure if that's 100% your sister or something else, right? Or are you still? Is your dog still doing that? Um, I've also started to cleanse some of my stuff with frankincense resin. Um, I call it holy smoke, which always sounds funny to me, but it is, because frankincense and myrrh was, two of the things that they brought to Jesus when he was born, And I love the smell anyways. Like it's so,
It's amazing. It's comforting.
yeah, it's
That's
like almost intoxicating for me. Like I just love it. Like I could, if my asthma could handle it, I would burn it all the time. Which frankincense is good for asthma, but you can't have an overabundance of it at the
Yeah.
same time. But let's see, how else can you cleanse your tools? Certain crystals can be put in water.
Not the selenite, that
No,
dissolves it.
right. Which is funny because it comes from underground made with water. Like it's so weird, but it can just as well disintegrate. But there's some that cannot be put in sunlight. There's some that cannot be put in water. It's like dealing with gremlins. Don't feed them after midnight. Don't drop water on them.
Yeah. I know I need to get educated more on crystals. I just have basic ones. I don't have like your whole shebang going on.
And
No.
that's just a small portion. I have a whole box still under my bed. I just don't have room in there to put them all in
Well,
there.
you have like, I think you have more tarot card decks than me too.
Oh yeah, I have a bunch. I have like between tarot and oracle together, I have like 35 decks, I think. Yeah. But it's nice to have, like, a lot of them were gifted to me, which was wonderful. And then like I actually, before I left Ohio the first time last year, well, in 2024, um I actually gifted a bunch away that I just didn't all the way resonate with, or
Hmm.
that I felt like we were just done.
Yeah.
um I gave to my one neighbor, Denise. I said, here, I said, you've had the same deck for like 20 years.
Take it.
Yeah. You need to focus on other ones. So, um but yeah, I like having a variety. Sometimes it's maddening because especially like for tea and tarot nights, I'm like, okay, who wants to go like have some fun? And then they all want to jump off the shelf, and I'm like, no, So I try to rotate the best I
Oh
can.
my gosh. When it comes to tea and tarot, and it's like grab the romance ones. I'm like, no, please don't.
I
No.
actually need to get a new love deck because mine. I feel like mine's done. I don't know. It's like, yeah, I've served my purpose. Like, I need to go. And I'm like, oh, I'm really sad to see you go. So I need to find a new one. I'm on a hunt.
Yeah, there's different ones. I think my angel ones, I like my angel. I like my deck. Um, I really like the abundance card deck.
Hmm. I need
I
to
don't know
let you
how
like actually look at all my decks because I don't think you even. I've only shown you a couple of
I have
them.
some naughty decks too. Which,
Yeah, you got to keep those for like in person only.
yes, they're for the women that want the romance readings, which don't go well with me. They really don't.
Yeah, but that's where like that's
I
something
know.
I've learned. Like that's where we have to take ourselves out of it,
I know.
because just like when I first started, you know, going live and everything and these girls would come in all like, I need to find my twin flame. I'm like, why? Like that sounds like a horrible decision. Why would you want that? And then I'm like, oh, I should probably be more kind about that. Like I gotta like put myself in that same thing of like, you know, I'm vegetarian and I don't hate on others that are not vegetarian, like, but then there's some like food that I'll be like, why are you eating that? Lena had some food. She sent me a picture of. I'm like, why does it look like dog food? And she was like, or no, I said baby
Food.
She's like, thank you for your honesty, but it's potato soup. And I'm like,
Oh,
I was like, oh, and it was actually really good. I tried. It was great.
that looks like baby food, huh?
It did. It did. But at least I'm honest. I just have to remember at certain times. It's like it's not about me and my opinion. It's what the person
I
needs.
know. I know. I've done readings where I felt they went really horrible, and then the people rebook again with me, and I'm like, why? You were so pissed off at me.
But sometimes they need that.
I know.
They
Someone's
need
like,
that
she's
brutally
like,
honest. Like Gwen says, occasionally the dog was. I don't know if it was ever my sister or who it was, but she does let me know when
so that goes into a question, and it's something I'm doing. I'm starting to practice more is when you're not sure who it is, what would you teach someone or encourage how to try to find the answer? I'm leaving this up to him, you guys, because he's going to be teaching some classes coming up.
people.
I'm just here for the discussion part to get people discussion. But
So,
because I know what I would tell people.
to guide them to find out who it is.
Mm-hmm.
Well, what I do is I like sit and I'll like close my eyes and I'll just be like, like, do you
Show
belong
me.
to me? Like, are you here for me? And then I start like questioning, if it feels like it's more for me, then I'll try to, run it down a little bit. Like, can like, it's almost like playing charades.
Yeah.
Like, I need a clue. Sometimes I'll hear a song, sometimes it won't. Um, Sometimes it's just a feeling. Um, my grandmother's really good at this game. She is, because like sometimes it's not her directly giving me the message, but if it's something that like hits me hard and then I'll start journaling and then I'll start dealing with it, um, then I feel her like hug me to comfort me through it. Like I led you to it. but I'm not really doing it, like, but
Yeah.
then here I am to hold on to you like afterwards, um so it's like it all depends on the person, but that would be my first step, is to ask questions regarding yourself first. Even if it's a song that pops into your head, like, sometimes I wake up and I'll hear a song and I'm like, oh my God, why? Like sometimes it's the most ridiculous thing. And I'm like, why is this in my head? I didn't hear this song. I first start going back from my day, my previous day. Okay, where was I? What was I doing? Did I hear it at a store? Did I hear it in my own vehicle? And then I'm like, that song's not even on my playlist. So, and I only listen to my phone. I don't listen to the radio.
Really? I
Yeah,
didn't know that.
yeah, I
Interesting.
do not listen to the radio. Um, because the majority of it's trash, newer music. Sorry. But the majority of it is trash. And then anything else, they like play the same set of songs over and over again all day. And I'm like, I have like 2,000 songs on my phone. So I have like weeks worth of music, you know. So then I'll do that. I'll run through like, what was my 3D day like, you know? Did I pick it up from somewhere and just subconsciously hold on to that? Then I move on to, is it anyone that I know that would be related to this song, that's passed over? Or sometimes I don't even go to the passed over part. It's like, is there someone that I know in my life right now that this is for? Not necessarily from, but for.
Yeah.
Um, so then it just like rolls from there.
And you do that with closing your eyes?
Sometimes I close my eyes. It all depends on what I'm doing
Okay.
in that moment. Um,
Do you watch like what's going on in, if you're in a, let's say, a hallway or an open space that has lights? Do you watch for the flickering of the lights for yes or no answers?
um,
Have
no,
you ever done that
I
before?
have never done that before.
That's what I'm trying.
I've done that with candles,
See, I've never done it with candles either.
but then I get skeptical. Like, was it me breathing? It's always my first thing. Was it me breathing? Was my fan on? So I have to break it down and debunk it for myself. Just because, it's not that I don't believe, but I have to cover all the bases to make sure that what I see is what I see.
So what do you do with people that want to debunk it, that aren't trusting of their intuition?
Well, the best that I've got for that is like people that have never had a reading before,
Uh-huh.
and they're like, I don't believe in it. And then I'm like, I love newbies that don't believe. It's my favorite, because I know that spirit, because it's funny, because I do work with Archangel Gabriel, and he's very, very sarcastic. Like very, very sarcastic, where sometimes I have to slow down and watch what comes out of my mouth, because he'll just channel right through me.
Yeah.
Um, and so like I'll hear him laugh. And he's like, ha, I'm ready. Let's do this.
I'm so glad that you get the same reaction that I do when I get so
Yeah,
accepted.
it's great. So it's my most favorite thing to do, is to read for people that have never had a reading before. So then you read them, and then they're like, I don't know how you knew that about me. Like, it's kind of like I I am psychic.
Do you ever do I do this quite a bit to people. So the last time I did it was a random woman I met. She was sitting next to me getting a pedicure, and she's like, um, she was drumming up new business or whatever. And I said, oh, don't worry, it's coming in 5 minutes. You're gonna get another order for like a cake or whatever. And then her phone went off, and she just turned to me and she's like, how'd you know? I said, didn't know. Nothing. Just happened.
Right? It just happened.
That's what I love to do to people.
If I get a message, or I just happen to like say something and they're like, whoa, um, and it's always I love that. How did you know? And I'm like, I
Can't really tell you.
Right.
It just comes through you.
I'm an intuitive empath. You know, so I do struggle sometimes with saying the word psychic because in my head, when I think psychic, I think of mediums, like you.
And see, that's where I'm struggling too, because people sit there and like, you're a medium, you're a psychic medium. And I'm like, I talk to dead people, but I don't, I just can, I don't, I have a hard time with labels. I
Yeah.
hate the labels.
Mm.
Like when people even discuss like the clairs, it's like, just go with smell, taste,
Right.
sound,
Like
knowing.
all the big fancy
Like
words.
everybody has everything.
Yeah. But
'Cause
the one thing that I've realized is that as much as we don't like labels and all of that, others need that.
I know.
Just like people need to see a certification. And I say it with air quotes because I have certifications, and the majority of them I've already been doing my whole life. So, like, but they need to see that certification because their 3D mind needs to see that you're legit, and it's like,
I call those unawakened people. Like they know there's something more.
they're open to it, but they're not fully
aware of it. Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. It's part of the conditioning. It's part of the limiting beliefs. It's part of the mindset, the programming.
Are you ready to work with unawakened people?
Yeah, I have been.
Like really, really?
Well, yeah, I'm ready for it because I'd really like to, use access bars to help crack them open and then use some Reiki to help align them and then everything else, the life coaching fits in everywhere, and then be like, if you need more proof, then I'll pull out the tarot cards because,
everybody can relate to the tarot and oracle cards.
Yeah.
Except some people. Some people are like, I know I get a lot at like tea and tarot because I show up with my own deck that I created. They're like, that's not tarot. And I'm like, no, it's not. I consider it oracle. Well, you can't give me the answers that a tarot. You want to bet me?
Right.
Let's do it.
And that's the thing,
and that's a conditioning.
Right. But it's so funny because if they go back, every deck of cards was someone's creation.
Yeah.
Every deck of cards was someone's creation. So this is why it hurts sometimes. It does. And I say that in the most loving way. Like it hurts to see unawakened people. It hurts because, especially now with the job that I have while I'm building my business, like being out and about and watching all these people, I'm like, oh, this is so painful. Like it really just hurts to hear some of the things that comes out of people's mouths or watch their behaviors. And it's like, man, if you would just like take like 12 steps back and look at your life from the outsider's point of view, you'd be like, damn, and I still say that to myself too, because I have my moments where I slip back in because, you can't heal everything all at once. No. And our path isn't straight. It is it's a spiral. And each level, as you come up this spiral staircase, you hit something again. And you're like, damn, dude, didn't I already heal that? And it's like, you did, but here's level 2 of it or level 3 or, because spirit knows that our human self cannot take all that in at once.
Yeah.
It has to be at a snail's pace or even the Knight of Pentacles pace, slow and steady. But then there's times where they're like, okay, you've done so good. Woo, we're gonna cram like 8 years of school into you at once. You may not understand it right now, but it'll come.
Yeah.
But we're gonna cram it all in. And you're gonna feel like
See, that's how I felt because as a little girl, I remember communicating with deceased loved ones. Like I would, at 2 and 3 wake up and go open a photo book and then point to pictures of people and then start saying their names and tell my mom these stories. And she's like looking at me like, wait, what? Wait, what? How'd you know that? And then I would get the push it down. Like you don't talk that. I mean, you don't talk about stuff like that. You don't do that and around other people. And so it was pushed down. But then it started surfacing again during different parts of my life. And then, it was me being like self-acceptance, like I am an effing medium.
Mhm.
I do communicate with the dad. And now it's time to take that information at my older self and go pass it on. And then it was like backlash because people are like, wait, what? And then
Oh, yeah.
it brought the whole, like, I want to go back in my corner and hide. And I had to work on that. It is healing.
Hmm. Well, think of like how you were saying how you had to push it down. That's like on Harry Potter when his aunt and uncle was refusing to let him have the letters,
Yeah.
and Spirit kept, the owls kept coming with the letter.
Yeah.
And that's like Spirit. That's so like that's such good symbolism for Spirit.
Yeah.
Like Spirit's like, hello, 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 hello.
Yeah. Or even I'm not religious people. I'm very spiritual. Is even the chosen, like when you're around really Latter-day Saint Mormons in Utah, it's like, no, only the men have that power to do stuff like that.
Yeah.
Not women. And it's, it's something invented in the 70s or 80s or whatever, most recent, not like long ago. And then you have Mark, who is like in the chosen, one of the last episodes he's like, I had this dream to his father and this is what's going to happen.
Right.
His father's just looking stunned, and then it was taking place.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like he had a premonition.
Yeah.
But back then they still call it prophets.
Yeah.
And it's yeah, I'm not religious either and didn't grow up in church, nothing. I had like 2 years during like 2017. I started 2017, left. Well, I guess it was about 4 years, but the pandemic kind of threw things off. So, but I got what I needed from that experience. I was led there for that experience, that all the experiences that I got. It was part of my path. But even before that, I was questioning. I read the Old Testament a good 10, 12 times before I ever went to church. And the Old Testament is one of the most boring part of the whole Bible because it just talks about the lifelines of everybody, how
Is the
everyone's
Old
related.
Testament like Nephi and I don't know what I
The
was
Old
reading.
Testament is like in the beginning. It's Genesis. It's
Oh,
Noah.
okay.
It's
Okay.
it's all of them. Everybody before Jesus. The New Testament is Jesus. So but it was like I was being led that way because there's messages that I was supposed to hold on to.
Yeah.
Things that was supposed to open my eyes and help open up the eyes of others as I speak. Like I told that boy at T and Tarot the other day because he says he's struggling because he grew up LDS. I'm like, I pull out my pocket Jesus and I'm like, you can do both.
Yeah.
You can have both. You can have your beliefs and your relationships with Jesus or whoever, Buddha, whoever, but you can also be over here and read cards and be
Yeah.
open to your gifts and do all that. And it was like I was seeing like this light bulb go off in his head. Like, really? It's like, yeah, you can do whatever you want. You don't have to stay in this box. Hey everybody. Hey, why is he?
Don't be biting her.
He's
Let go of her.
trying to do bad things to her.
That's right. You protect your little sister. Sorry for the cat interrupting. Salem, you don't fight Luna.
Oh, you all right, Luna? She's like, what the hell, man? I was sleeping. Oh, man.
So this is what I would like to do. I'm sorry. Does anybody have any spiritual questions? Like me and Sam are just going.
Well, I mean, that's kind of part of it. It's just
Yeah,
like watching the discussion, But
do you feel like this would be helpful for other people that find this live? Because it will go up on my YouTube. If nobody wants to answer. Yes. Thank you. Yeah. this is what we're going to try. I committed to once a month, just to have a discussion, let the wheels start turning in people's heads, have them, you know, I know, and this is a big shout out to the direction you're going to, is when I felt like I was ready and I was secure enough with myself, knowing, okay, I do have guests, let's start developing them,
Mhm.
was finding a community or a teacher or instructor, or, just picking up little bits and pieces to add to my overall puzzle piece.
Mhm. Yeah, like I found my first part of my community, and then when I came here
Do you want to say hi? Say hi.
um earlier in the year,
Everybody lives this way.
or when I came here last January, and I was here for a little while, for like half the year, um finding tea and tarot, and then finding the class at Cat and Cauldron, helped me find community, because it was like, yeah, I've been working at this for a while, but now I need like some community,
Yeah.
because I was away from that for so long, and to find that, um it, I was actually surprised at how bigger the community is here than back in Ohio. I was really, really shocked, considering that Utah is such a big
LDS.
LDS state. It blows my mind, actually, where Ohio is very like open, yeah, a lot of Catholic and
Yeah.
Christianity over there, but it's so much more hidden there than here. And it blows my mind. So I'm happy to be a part of it and like grow here, you know, and wherever else it might take me. I don't know.
It's gonna boom more.
Yeah, and so just been, because one thing that we all do, we start to question, are we on the right path? Are we doing the right thing? Am I going in the right um, direction, whatever? And it's like, where was I going with that? I hate when my thoughts do that.
It's finding the community and
Yeah,
being ready to open up and
and share it with
yeah.
others. And yeah, I really don't know where my whole thought was going with it. It completely just, so maybe I wasn't supposed to finish myself. That's how I take it. Like maybe I wasn't supposed to finish that thought. Maybe that was just for me.
I know I'm getting people that are just barely, I want to call barely awakening, like they're having questions, and it's um as I answer the questions or it comes through during a reading, um, then it leads to like more questions.
Hmm.
And this is why I wanted to do this like once a month, is just to get people out there talking and not just having it from my viewpoint. I want everybody's viewpoint,
Right.
because everybody has something different to add. Just like on your TikTok page, you had one of your subscribers where she practices mediumship, or has, by going to graveyards
Right.
and standing behind the tombs where you don't see the names, and then asking for the names to be provided, and then you can get the instant, was it a hit or a miss.
Right. Right. Yeah. Everyone does things differently, and that's what I love about it being such a open.
Community.
Yeah. And I also feel like there's no right or wrong way to do anything.
No,
I feel like
no,
I
there's
feel like
not.
everyone has their own way of doing things, and we can learn from that. And because I'll never tell anyone that they're wrong, unless, I will say this, unless I feel like they are putting themselves or others in danger, then like by doing something stupid with,
Like playing with a Ouija board.
yeah. But if you are someone that knows how to do it safely,
Yeah.
that's great. But don't be a bunch of drunken idiots. And I will say it, or like just like, oh, let's play and let's see. No, no.
Speaking of that, I want to tell you a story. So I had this horrible person. Well, he wasn't horrible. He was one of my boyfriends from age 16 through 21. And we were playing with a homemade Ouija board that he made,
Mm.
not knowing rules, anything like that. This is how, whatever it is, like uneducated, I want to say,
Yes.
and irresponsible. Um, he decided it was time to get rid of the board. So we just threw it in the field, like away from his house. By the time we got back to his house, it was back on his bed.
Yeah, I had a situation happen like that before.
Yeah. So
I did not play with the Ouija board, but my friends did. And I told them, I was like, I don't want any part of this, you know. And then it got out of hand. And then I was like, you better rip that thing to shreds or something, you
you
know.
can't destroy it.
And so they
From my
did. I
understanding.
went with them downstairs outside in the winter, put it in the trash, right? All ripped up. Next day, the thing was all back together, sitting outside of the garbage can when it was in a garbage bag. And I was like, yeah, I'm done. You know, and it's like, and I've always known that I've had some sort of gifts. I always have, you know, there's just my intuition, just knowing things. But I didn't know what it was because I didn't have any community. I was just, I was in high school.
Yeah.
I was just trying to do high school. And, you know, as I have woken up more and more and more and learned so much more, I'm like, oh my God, I can go back and be like, oh, when this happened and that happened and this, I'm like, oh man,
Yeah.
common sense is valuable. Yes,
It
common
is.
sense is very valuable, especially when it comes to working with spirit. Like people that do spell work, I have nothing against it, to each their own. I do know that our words can be are like spell work.
Yeah.
That's why you should be very cautious with what you say. Not so much cautious, but you should be aware of what's coming out of your mouth. I should say it like that. I personally don't purposefully do spell work, but I have friends that do, and I know that they are responsible enough and know what they're doing. You know, but then there's people that are like, oh, let me just follow this person on TikTok or whatever, and I'm just gonna do it. Like be educated, be safe, be
I
smart.
don't think there's enough people out there that want to educate or help others.
Right. And I agree with that. Or there's the people that are like, this is my way and this is how it is, and
Yeah.
everyone else is wrong. I don't agree with that.
I don't agree with that.
I really don't agree with that, because we have free will no matter what.
Mhm.
We have like with the free will. Here you're presented two choices. Here's what spirit is trying to tell you. Here's what you want to do. Regardless of which way you go, the ending's still going to come out the same, because it's set up like that, because we have already written our story. We're just now remembering. And when they say like, oh, you're the author of your story, yeah, you've already wrote it.
Now you're just watching it play out.
Yeah, and using your free will, if you choose the harder path, or the path of resistance, as Abraham Hicks says, if you choose the path of resistance, you will get there. It's just going to be real hard. It's going to be a struggle, and you're going to learn a lot of lessons. And I've done both. I've been like, okay, spirit, I'll go your way, and it's been great. Couple bumps in the road. Go where I'm resisting, and it's like, jeez, it's like off-roading with flat tires. Like off-roading with flat tires. It's bad, but I still end up with this, same outcome.
You'll get there.
Yeah, get there eventually. It's just going to take longer.
You'll learn more lessons.
Yeah,
along the way.
So I think that
maybe you should ask your higher self why you chose to write your story that way, Carrie or Cara.
Yeah, maybe like why did your soul sign up for that? That'd be a great way to there are actual practitioners that help you find your Akashic records. I was supposed, like a couple years ago, I got invited to this event but I didn't have the money to be able to afford to do it.
Mhm.
So I didn't do it, and I was like, "Oh, I'll go next year. I'm going to make it a point because
Yeah.
I know it was going to happen." Well, then I wasn't around for that part. So I would like to do that one day. Actually, have a practitioner guide me through it because I know that we can do these things on our own, but I would really like to experience it through someone that has like that's their specialty,
Yeah.
and then do it myself too. But I always feel like it's like one thing I want to try first, from a person, like with access bars. I
Oh, he
got a
did
couple.
bars on me. I was like, "What are you doing?"
Slowed your brain down though, didn't it?
It did. It made me really tired.
Yeah, because it slows your brain down from thinking so much. It like slows it
I don't
down.
know if any of my drawers are still open from the access bars. Like, I don't.
Has it been 2 weeks? I think it's been about. Has it been 2 weeks?
I just know my dreams have been
You still have another week. I think.
really bizarre. Like, past people are coming back wanting to re-enter into my life or asking why they're no longer a part of my life in my dreams. And I was like, well,
Well, if that drawer was open, then it's probably for you to, discard it, clean out the junk.
yeah. I was like, well, we did this and this and this and this. So you chose to go, not me. So
Right.
that's crazy.
So, yeah. I don't know.
We're going to wrap this up. We will do this next month again. I'll shout out a time and a date. But if you do have any questions or more people might be interested in joining these conversations, or maybe they're just not ready to come out of the shadows, that's fine. You can just let them know where to locate this live.
Yeah, and even if they want to like send questions, and they could even say, "I don't want my name mentioned for the question" or
Yeah.
whatever like that. Be anonymous.
I have my email.
Yeah, you
That's in
could.
my bio. They can just
Yeah,
send
you
it
could.
that way.
Yeah, or if you're here listening over here, send a message. RC77 Oracle.
But they can also send it to you.
Yeah, you can send it to me too, and I'll pass it along, or I'll be here for it. And yeah, but yeah, this was fun.
I appreciate you guys all coming out. It's fun. This is a new thing for me.
Yeah,
it's crazy.
You did great. You did great. We had some technical difficulties at the beginning, but we figured it out. We learned together.
I know, because he's going to be doing this next.
Yeah. It's funny. I did get a message today when I was down in my car, and I heard, "Why are you hiding online?" And I'm trying to figure out exactly what that means. But I think I know. I think it's like because I'm supposed to be more out in person. Like I'm not hiding online, but
you're not stepping out of the shadow.
Yeah. It's like, and then I seen what's her sparkly lady from the tea house in my head.
Oh,
remember when she said,
yes.
Why are you hiding?
But she's also hiding too.
I know. But like, and I was like, I'm not hiding. She's like, yeah, you are. And I'm like, hold on.
Yeah.
But it's like, because I'm not being out more in the public personally, like physically. I think that's what that means.
I know, like, I personally am still somewhat hiding. I mean, I got on TikTok. I did open TikTok up to like all the contacts in my phone, which is very scary. Very, very
That
scary.
is scary.
I know I started stepping out when I opened like my Facebook page and then YouTube. I'm not hiding my face.
Yeah.
I've been several months of not hiding my face, and people know my last name. It's a little scary, but
Yeah.
it's like, you know what? I'm here to shine bright. I'm here for everybody.
And to help others.
Yeah. They can do it too.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
All right. Thanks, everybody.
Bye, you guys.
See you
Have a
next time.
fantastic weekend.
Bye. stream will stop immediately. Okay.
End.